Happy Halloween! I dressed up. This is my first time dressing up in quite a while that I was really proud of my outfit. I am Raven from Teen Titans, obviously. If you don't know that show, then one, you should definitely watch that cartoon. It's amazing. And two, usually I got that I was a witch at a Halloween party I went to. So that would make sense. I'll take it. It still turned out pretty good also the second time. So I'm very proud of that. But let's jump in. I got some reading goals in my handy dandy notebook with all my stickers on it. So let's go through them. I didn't set very many goals for 2024 other than my Goodreads goal, which was 20 books. And I'm currently at 43 books read this year, which is the most books I've read out of any year since I started reading when I was in eighth grade, and I've been reading ever since. So I'm at my best reading year yet, and I am beyond proud of it. I think starting the YouTube channel has motivated me to read more. I don't feel like I've had a pressure to read because of the YouTube. It's only motivated me to, instead of picking up my phone or watching TV, it's only motivated me to pick up the book instead. And that's great. And I'm very proud of that. I'm hoping by the end of the year to get to 50 books. I think that I can definitely do that, and that would be such a great accomplishment for me. So I'm very proud of it either way. Another goal that I am just coming up with now for the rest of the remainder of 2024, right now it is the 27th of October, and by the end of the year, I would like to finish the ACOTAR series. This is the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I have read the first three, so I'm hoping to get through the last two before the end of the year. My next goal is to listen to more audiobooks while on hikes. I love going on hikes, and we usually go every Sunday. So sometimes if I'm going by myself, then I would love to listen to more audiobooks during that time. Something that I have a lot of people ask is how I get through so many books. And I'm going to tell you my secret. Here it is. I always have multiple books going at one time. So I usually have an audiobook and a physical book, and then maybe a poetry book. So the poetry book, I usually keep that on my nightstand, and I read a few pages, every night or every other night, just pick up, put down. And then I have an audiobook. So then the audiobook, I listen to this in the car, on my way to anywhere. I listen when I'm doing laundry. I'm listening when I'm going on walks. I try and listen to it anytime I'm doing any chore in the house that doesn't require me to, I guess, focus on whatever it is. I can listen to an audiobook. And then I always have a physical book going. So then it's, whenever I do have the time to just sit down and look at the pages, I then have that. So that's kind of like 2, 3 books always going at the same time. I actively try not to scroll on my phone, scroll on Instagram, scroll on TikTok. Instead of that, I really try and always actively pick up the book instead. And that's how I seem to kind of get more books read throughout the year or the month. And it's much better than kind of wasting away on TV. Not that there's anything wrong with TV. I mean, I'm still have plenty of shows that I follow along with, but I prefer to be more of a book reader than a TV watcher. My next goal is continuing YouTube. I have always wanted to make YouTube videos about books or maybe about journaling or something, but I knew books was probably going to be my biggest hobby, and I've always wanted to make videos about it. And I was always so worried that it wasn't going to turn out how I liked, or that I didn't read enough, or maybe I just wanted to get kind of my bookshelves more full before I started it. I don't know. Either way, if you're out there and you want to start a YouTube channel, just go for it. I've been started this since June of 2024, and I'm so happy I did. I am so happy that I finally just went for it, and I really just want to continue going, continue making all the videos. I have so many video ideas listed in here, and I can't wait to at some point get to them. One of the challenges or video ideas that I really want to do by the end of the year is the 24-hour reading challenge. But I want to do the timer method. I don't want to do the stay up all night 24 hours. I value my sleep too much. I cannot give up that much sleep. So yeah, we will be doing the timer method, and I hope that I can maybe get that video out before the end of the year. My last goal for 2024 is to continue the series that I'm in. So I'm in the middle of 11 series, and I don't expect myself to finish all of these series in the 2024 that we have left, but I want to continue to actively work on that every month. I don't want to get behind on series because I'm stupid and can't remember plot lines after a while. If it goes longer than, I don't know, like a few months between the first book, second book, third book, whatever, I forget so much. It's why I don't like starting series that aren't completed by the authors, because to wait an entire year between books, if not more, I'm like, I'm out of the story, I'm out of the mindset of that world, and it's not as good to me when I'm not like in that universe. Okay, now moving on to my 2025 goals. I've got 6 goals for 2025 that I'm hoping to complete by the end of that year. So the first one is reading 40 books. I think that's what I'm going to set my Goodreads goal to. I'm currently at 43, so that's definitely a big jump for me because I usually always set Goodreads to 20 books. But I think I can do it. I think I can do 40 books, and I think that's a good challenge. My second goal is to read 12 poetry books. So I want to read one poetry each month. I guess if I do more, that's great, but I'm hoping to keep to at least one per month. The third goal is to read the Throne of Glass series. So as long as I complete my ACOTAR goal for this year, I can move on to the Throne of Glass series. I also think I'm going to start with Assassin's Blade first. And I know there's a lot of controversy out there for this series of which one to go into with, but I've looked at some videos, I've read some stuff, and I think that for me personally, I want to know more about the main character going into the series, so I think that's what I'm going to do. But if you have any passionate thoughts about that, comment down below, let me know, change my mind. And yeah, so I hope to start that in January and then read the series throughout next year. My fourth goal is to start a reading journal. So I do have this notebook. I just kind of jot ideas of video ideas or write down the books that I've bought so I know what to include in my book hauls. But I want to start a fun reading journal. I used to do bullet journals from high school all through college, and I kind of just fell out of it. I didn't really like keeping up with it after a while, so I was like, well, let me just take a break. Well, I haven't done it in the past few years, and I think it'd be nice to get back into it and do something more reading themed. So I'm hoping to do that, and I'll if I do, I guess, or I hope I do, my goal is to do that. I'll share pictures, maybe on my monthly wrap-ups. My fifth goal is kind of similar to my 2024 goal, which is just to continue making content. I've really loved making content, and I think doing the wrap-ups have always been really fun. Doing the book hauls, doing the reading vlogs are fun. I'm still kind of getting on a rhythm, I guess, or a schedule with posting. I've tried to post once a week, like every Friday, but it's hard to do that. It's hard to kind of figure out what book related videos I can do, where some I can just like this, I could just stand here and film it, and it has no reading involved. But for the vlogs that do take reading, obviously it takes a long time to read the book, so then it's hard to kind of plan it out to line up with scheduling. So I'm getting better at it, but so maybe throughout next year, I will find a schedule that works for me. But either way, I just want to continue posting. As long as I'm posting and having fun with it, that's all that matters. And my last goal. My last goal is to continue reading different genres of novels. So in the wrap ups previously, I've had a good array of a poetry, a dark romance, a science fiction, a romance, a fantasy, and kind of having a good variety of genres in each month's wrap up. And I think that that's good instead of it just being all fantasy or all poetry or all romance. I think the variety makes it a more fun monthly wrap up, along with it just gives that variety for me throughout the month. And I think it also makes it more fun to watch too. So those are my 6 goals, and I think those are very doable. I think that later on, maybe at the end of maybe October of 2025, I can come back and watch this video and see if I follow through. Time will only tell, and we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below what you dressed up for Halloween. Let me know your reading goals or just your goals in general for life. And I hope the best for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.